Hey everyone, Majin Draconos here. Now, before you ask, wait, I thought you said you weren't going to do streams anymore. Well, yeah, I thought about that, but the thing is, how else would I not let you guys know about the latest updates on new shows and stuff? So, first of all, some congratulations must go to Snookchop and Zero for their help in the episode 2 of Shadow the Infested. It was really well done. I love the dynamic between Sonic and Shadow and the Gun Soldiers, and just like how powerful of a series this is. So today's topic will be, yes, it will be some time until we see episode 3. Now the reason being behind that is the comic book is still being made as we speak. So far, I was able to complete like all of the scenes featuring Sonic and Shadow. The new comics, the same comic actually has additional scenes with new characters. We have like an elephant, which will interact with Sonic and Shadow. We have a talking weasel, and we have I believe it's a polar bear. And so what I'm going to do is when I work on that one, once the comic is complete, I'm gonna see if there's going to be some new additional voices to join the cast. So I'm thinking, and if they're out there watching, hey guys. So for the elephant, I'm hoping that Slick Xeno Sonic can voice him because he interacts with Sonic, and since he's part of the Sonic console, it would actually be cool to have him a part of the series. For the voice of the Weasel, who kind of bosses him around, I'm kind of hoping for Tuna to voice him, because sometimes jokingly, Tuna and Slick Xenosonic butt heads, but they're the best of friends, and it would be cool to see like how their character plays out in that. As for the polar bear, well, it's more like a background character, but still, I feel that all the voices are important, and so yeah. Um, so moving forward, as far as episodes go, um, the next one will be Idle Amy, which won't come out until April. So this one is huge because I'm going to have the entire team of the elites help me on this, and I won't be alone in the editing department. So Pink Piplup 72 has offered to help me out with some of the editing equipment. Um, she's responsible for like the special camera shots where the camera like zooms away from a character and goes to another character. Uh, she's really great at editing, and she's also the voice of Amy herself. So I think that's a great addition to the series. Also, I know lots of fans have been waiting, and I think you guys know what I'll be talking about. Sonic versus Goku. When is it coming out? I know I've been silent about it. I know last year I kind of wrapped up everything with episode 5, and with episode 6 we've got a lot of more material to work on. So when is that happening? Well, like I said, I have enough material to work on a full-fledged episode 6, but keep in mind, this would actually be the longest of the series. That, and I have to balance it out with my job. So, um, but I mean, I do have plans on making it. I could work on it a little bit on March, but there's no guarantees because I mean, you have to do the voices, the sound effects, and the screaming. Oh my goodness, the screaming. But other than that, I think it's going to turn out relatively well. And for everyone out there, thank you so much for checking out Shadow the Infested episode 2. Um, so is a glitch on my YouTube app, so I'm trying my best to try to get it fixed. Basically, what it is that there's comments on my YouTube channel, but I can't see it. But I don't think everybody else has that problem, so I'm trying to see if I have to reset my YouTube app to like get it fixed or whatnot, and hopefully. But like I said, thanks to YouTube Studio, I'm actually able to see the comments that I can't find on my phone app. Maybe my phone is old. I don't know. But yeah, I think that I damn it, I can't talk. I think that pretty much wraps it up. So for right now, I don't really have any new series planned right now, unless I decide to do another Sonic versus Goku. But I also want to do one with Snook Chop, the redub version. But like we'll get there when we get there. Like for right now, we've done. Hey, it's okay. It's okay. Hey, since you're here, let me know if my Wi-Fi is glitching because I have this horrible Wi-Fi connection where if I stay on it too long, it glitches out and I sound like a freaking robot. But hey, thanks for coming. Let's see. Um, okay, I promise not to butcher the name. Let's see. I believe it's called Cut Over Alloy YT, or short for YouTube. Hmm, cut over. Cut over alloy. Okay. All right. Yeah. Sorry. Um, but yeah. Uh, I'm really happy with how Shadow the Infested came out. Episode one was like a huge start to something big, and featuring Shadow and all the other characters and putting them in a dark element, I thought was really cool, and it was uh it was really fun to do. Like for those that are new to the series, oh, thank you. For those that are new to the series, yes, I provide the voice of Shadow. My friend Snook provides the voice of Sonic, and a couple of other friends like Crypto. She was the voice of Rouge in the first episode. Did a phenomenal job. Unfortunately, as you know, at the end of episode one, she unfortunately got axed at the end of the first episode. But Crypto did a great job, and she's always available for any other roles, so that's really cool. And so the second one, Sonic is the main focus, and I thought that was really cool. And like I said, it's loads of fun. Also, there's another solo series out there, Silver Tethered Futures. Worked on episode one. It was a lot of fun. This one, Silver was the main focus, and this year's been going off pretty great. So what I liked about what I like about these videos is like it's not like all about Sonic. So it gives these other characters a chance to shine, and we get to see this dynamics, the perspectives from each of these characters, what they do, and it's in its own continuity, and I think that's really cool. So, for those wondering, like, so where does Shadow take place? Well, it's kind of its own universe, kind of like one of those Elsewhere stories. I have a question off topic. Sure, by all means, go for it. Ask whatever you want. I provide the voice of Shadow. Sometimes Sonic, but it really depends on like what comic dub I'm in. I also provide the voice of that cute little bunny rabbit. Now, some have told me that his name is Feels the rabbit or something. Even though I named him Max, so What are your thoughts about the Sonic alternate universe infection? Let's see, alternate universe infection. Uh, I'm sorry, is that like a comic or Sonic Alternate Universe Infection? I think I've heard of that. I'm not really sure. The only alternate universe that I actually voiced was I think it was Sonic and Shadow Alternate Universe, but they were like in space and like Maria was alive and Sonic, Shadow, and Tails were space cadets. But yeah, that was pretty cool. I remember a long time ago, I used to do like a this Sonic Shadow comic dub called what was it? A Piece of the Past. But due to YouTube regulations, they took it down because it wasn't meeting their standards, quote unquote. So yeah. Are you talking about the contaminated alternate universe alloy? Yeah, yes, I believe that's what Alloy is talking about. It's from TikTok, and Amy got infected. Yeah, long story. That actually sounds interesting. Well, if you happen to know the link to the comic book, maybe me and my team could dub it for you if you want. Um, you know, Now the thing is, I don't usually take requests, but if the story is interesting and engaging, I'll gladly tackle it. Like I said, there's no limitations to what stories I do and what stories I don't do. Yeah, absolutely. You know, like I'm always up to finding some cool stuff. I think the more difficult one that I did was Infinite: The Teaching of Fear. Now, back then, this was before my crew was formed. So, basically, in a nutshell, I basically did most of the male characters, and I had a few helps with the female characters, but it was really handled well. And wow, just to pretty much write a whole dictionary, I did Infinite, Metal Sonic, Eggman, Sonic the Hedgehog, Silver the Hedgehog, a few of the villains, a few of the freedom fighters. Phew, that was a long one. I completed that series in about a year and 2 months. Uh, it was a total of 7 episodes, and it was a lot of fun. A lot of fighting too. A lot of sound effects. But yeah, but I guess like when it was over, I was like, okay, I'm so glad it's over. I think the hardest part was for me was the infinite voice itself because obviously I can't do that voice myself, so I have to use like a voice filter. So he originally sounded like I am infinite, you will bow to me. But obviously, I can't have him sound like that 24/7. So I added a sort of like a robot voice over that. And, I, with my voice acting, I just made him sound like more menacing and obscure. And, it was a lot of fun. Um, Also, another thing you guys have probably noticed is like I do a lot of shadow voices rather than Sonic, and like, is there a meaning behind that? I guess you could call it a coincidence. I do gravitate towards Shadow more than Sonic. I do try to tackle some Sonic stories. Like there are a lot of Sonic stories that are out there, like Idle Amy, Sonic versus Goku, Sonic and Mega Man Worlds Collide. So yeah, the Blue Blur's got a lot of solo series already out there. Shadow, on the other hand, like I try to branch out and try different things with him. So we have Shadow, the Ultimate Life Form, and Shadow, the Infested, the latest one. And what's interesting is that with the Infested series, it's different. It takes Shadow in a whole new light, and like he's overcoming grief. He just murdered his best friend, and now Sonic is in the same boat where I guess you could say he pulled an A train and like plowed through tails, but we don't really know. Like, I'm kind of like with you guys on the same boat. Like, I don't really know what happens. I just read it and just kind of hope I get more context out of it. But yeah, the cool thing is 9 times out of 10, like whenever I do these comic dubs, I'll get a comment from the artists themselves, and it's a lot of fun because they're really great sports about it. And sometimes they even share it on their personal deviant art and be like, "Hey, man, this guy he did a fan dub on my work," and it was really cool. Like just recently, I did Shadow pays his respects to Maria, and I got a shout out from Becky D, and she's a really great artist, and she's really nice, and it's a lot of fun. It really is. Oh boy, wow! Look at me go. I feel like a superstar right now. What? Nah, nah. I'm having a good time actually. I'm having a really good time. I love working on these series. The best part about it is when you're working with a group, with a team. It's a lot of fun. You get to get a lot of dynamic when you're working on the characters and they're voicing their characters. And it really is a lot of fun versus, voicing all the characters yourself. Like voicing the characters yourself, like I have to like take different takes because, you know, in the past I used to voice it all myself, and whoa, we have another guest. Uh, Rose. Okay, cool. Wait. The words are all scribbled up. I can't. I am not certain. Uh, hmm. Well, the interesting thing is like and this is kind of funny. Not funny, haha, but like interesting in a way. I've known lots of Roses upon the collaborations that I've met, and she wouldn't be the first. There's a lot of people that have the name Rose. It's a very common name. So yeah. But hey, but just to spoil it, every Sonic character except for Rouge Shadow falls to it later on, and Rouge gets infected by Shadow, and Omega falls to it. What? Spoilers? I didn't know that happened yet. Damn it, the comic's not even finished. How'd you find out? Where's your source? Please tell me. I must know. I need to know. But hey, that's really cool, Willow Wolf. And wait a minute. Willow Wolf. Oh my god, I have not heard from you in so long. How have you been? I know it's been pretty busy and everything. What making the YouTube videos and whatnot. But hey, it's great to see you. Dang, wow, whew, what a bombshell. But uh, thanks for the info. I'm gonna cry every night now. Oh man, hold on, Sainty. You'll get your doggy treat in just a minute. Oh, who's Sainty? He's a cute little Yorkie dog. He's my companion. So when I'm not voicing, I'm taking care of this little guy. He's a real sweetheart. But let's see. I think I got enough time for one more thing. What's the ending? I am not sure what the ending is. Like I said, I only go based it on what is already completed. So I don't know past what is already made. So I'm kind of in the dark, same as you. See what uh Honor Alternate Universe blog. Oh, one of those fan fictions. Gotcha. All right, that's actually pretty cool. Hey, Twilight, welcome. And you know what? I think I pretty much covered everything. So as far as other shows go, the other one that's coming out, which will be in April, will be the Idol Amy series. We're pretty much working on season 2, and hope they're. Oh, hey, Reefer. Once season 2 is made, there's actually going to be a twist ending. I can't spoil it for y'all, but for those that have seen other comic dubs from other artists, then you've already know the big twist at the end. But I for those that have come to my YouTube channel, they're just now seeing Idol Amy for the first time. So no spoilers here. Oh, cool. Thanks, Willow. Sending the link. Wow. Shoot, 18 minutes. How about that? Man, I tell you, time flies when you're having fun. But yeah, this has been really awesome, actually. And well, now that Shadow the Infested episode 2 has been released, uh, just letting everybody know who's right here on the stream, there won't be any comic dubs or anything for the next couple of days. Uh, I have a job interview Monday, so I got to make sure that I'm fully prepared and everything works out pretty good. But other than that, I've balanced jobs and voice acting before, so it's no big deal. As long as I know what my schedule is, I'll be able to balance that out and still be able to make regular upload videos. So yeah, that is no problem. And let's see. Well, over here where I'm at, it is about 9:40 p.m. So, excuse me. Ugh. Hi, good luck in the stream, and your good voice, Max Protosonic. So cute.
Oh, well, thank you. I do my best to make him sound the coolest as ever.
And also, I have to make a distinguished voice between him and Sonic, since they're both legit different characters. Now, I probably could have gone the extra mile and went with Bugs Bunny, but I was like, nah. He's totally different. Plus, when he was fighting Terios, I had to give him a serious voice. So, yeah. Wait, is that a frown voice? Is that a frown emoji? I'm frowning. I'm frowning right now. are you doing to my arm? That is not a chew toy, okay? We'll go play later. Go chew your go chew your chew toy. Okay. Good boy. Good boy. Oh, okay. Sorry, I didn't know. Okay, let's see. You ever hear one of those that another emoji like, oh really? He's biting your arm, you say? Well, I mean, dogs are playful, so it's all good. Like I said, I got long sleeves, so it's no problem. Let's see. Okay. I got one more thing. One more thing. So recently, I've been playing Marvel Rivals, and it's pretty damn fun. But to be honest, I suck at the game. They always kill me. Like, okay, I'm not gonna lie. I'm more into fighting games than I am into shooting games. Like, but don't get me wrong. I love me a good Marvel Rivals. But whenever I pick Spider-Man, they always go after him first. Let's see. Weirdoza Zukura also has a MVA. MVA stands for Monsters versus Aliens. Same. But if there is one game that I'm a pro at, I am super good at Zenless Zone. I actually played at the harder difficulty. Like, okay, so one of the villains was like a level 38, and I was a level 20. And trust me when I say that was the most difficult part of my fight that I've ever had. But after I leveled him up, the fight was a lot easier. But I knew how to block attacks, I knew how to dodge, and I completed all 5 chapters. And recently I'm playing the new updated one, and it is a lot of fun. I played Overwatch 2 as Genji and adapted to playing Genji. Ah, yes, Genji, the cool samurai, the guy with the sword. Help! I need healing. I require healing. I think they made it in a meme or something like, don't worry, Shattered. I got this. Oh, my knee! Oh, I need the healing. Someone help me. I need help. I need healing. Oh, wait, that was that one cartoon I saw on YouTube. Sorry about that. Who do you main in Marvel Rivals? Uh, that would either be Spider Man or Wolverine, but it's super difficult because while Spider Man can shoot webs from far distances, Wolverine's kind of like the up close and personal kind of brawler. If anybody fights me, you'll see my name as Majin Draconos, first and last name, and so I know everybody will pretty much band together to lag me out, but it's totally fine. Like I said, I'm all for a good fun. And do you find the skins in there fine? Too thick? Um, hey, I'm fine with it. Like, okay. So since we're going there, yes, I did simp for Psylocke classic skin. Okay, I think we've all been there. All right. I mean, come on, it's a classic Psylocke. Hey, finished watching your Infested episode 2, Dub. Great job as always. You're always able to add so much emotion into the characters you voice. Super jealous. Any tips for getting into character? Well, basically, like what I do is, like for Shadow or just any of the characters I portray, I kind of like put a little bit of myself in there. So, like, say, uh, since your voice acting is sort of like pretend, so what I do is like what would I do if I was in this situation? So Shadow, he's already got this calm demeanor to his voice, and so what you got to do is you have to maintain onto that emotion. And so when it comes to being sad, like Sonic, you don't understand. Everything happens for a reason. And then he got the angry voice where he's screaming, and people have quoted me that he sounds like Kratos. Which, okay, so maybe he does. But for Shadow, it's like a perfect blend. And the reason why he sounds so angry is, he's also part Black Doom. So I wanted to incorporate that into his voice too. And It could be a secret. uh, Actually, yes, yes. I do ask the artist permission before dubbing, and I knew quite a few of them on Twitter, so they're pretty cool with me. The comic is really cool, by the way. Max, what can you say about Cinder, Protoblaze, and what can you say about Terios? Well, they're really cool designs. It's a shame that they never went with it in the final draft. But considering what they had to go with, I think that's really cool. What do you mean it could be a secret alloy? Oh no, what they were talking about is the tips to getting into character. That's what was being mentioned. Um, Thanks for the tip. I'm new to voice acting and wanted to fish for some tips. Well, all you have to do is just have confidence in yourself and make sure to drink plenty of water. And well, when I first started doing the whole voice acting thing, I actually like mimicked some of the voices that I hear off the television and whatnot. Back in the day, my friends would call me like the voice chameleon, so I could almost mimic any voice that I hear. But over on YouTube, I was able to come up with some unique, interesting voices in which whenever the character came, I would just imagine what the character would sound like, and then it would just come out of me. And so that's how we would do it, and it's been pretty cool. I'm nervous to voice act, but honestly, kind of want to voice act some of my original characters. Well, by all means, go for it, bro. You're so talented at voice acting. I can only voice Tails. Oh man, hey man, that's still cool, man. Like you know, I'll be honest. Like when I first started YouTube back in 2010, like I was a little nervous myself, but that's totally a normal reaction. Everybody gets nervous the first time they start something, but all you have to do is just have confidence in yourself, and everything will be fine. Voice chameleon, I love it. I do too, Misty Guardian. I do too. Um, I think my first YouTube video I ever made was it was called Dragon Ball Z: The Super Tuffle, and it was a lot of fun. I was doing a bunch of Dragon Ball Z voices way before I did Sonic stuff, and well, cat's out of bag now. I'm a total Dragon Ball Z fan. I loved it from start to finish. Actually, I'm a fan of a lot of things. Actually, um, but yeah, like what kind of got me into voice acting was my love for anime. I liked how it was different from your typical generic cartoons where they just had the goofy cartoony voices, but they were serious and focused in some cases. And like even when I was talking to people, people be like, "Man, you kind of got this like protagonist anime voice." I'm like, I don't know about that, but okay. And well, I started doing it, and I started, work doing a couple of voices on YouTube, and I started with some fan dubs, which eventually would gravitate to comic dubs. And I got a short story for you if you guys are interested. The first comic dub I did was Death Note, and it was the actual official manga. But long story short, like I worked on it for about 3 years. It was really fun. I did Ryuk, I did the new protagonist, and it was a lot of fun. But then one day, I got an email from Shoeisha, the actual company that distributed the manga comic, and they kind of did like a cease and desist. They told me, Majin Dragonos, we love your work, we love your content, but unfortunately, you have to take down this video, otherwise, we'll take you to court. I was like, oh shit. So I had to do that because you don't want to get in trouble from the guys from Japan. So it's like, well, I'll just have to take it down. So I did that, and we were all cool. And then I did a couple of Dragon Ball Z fan dubs, and so they gave me some pointers. They said I could do fan dubs of Dragon Ball Z as long as it's not the full episode, and it's only like a couple of seconds short. So I used to do that for a little while, but then they got a little copyright happy, so I was like, okay, I'm gonna have to stop that. Then eventually, I eventually had to do like I gravitated towards comic dubs, and I got to know some of the artists before dubbing it, and it was a lot of fun. Fan hero name, if you know My Hero Academia, voice Melon. Ah, yes.
Oh, Melon, that guy. Well, there's no way I'll be able to voice Melon. He's like this short little shrimp, and he could attack with purple balls on his head. No pun intended. He literally attacks with balls. What do you think of Chris Thorndike from Sonic X? I freaking hate him. Like anytime he shows up, it's like, dude, get out of here. But I get it. You know, he met Sonic. They had a cool friendship and whatnot, um, and everything. But yeah, never really liked Chris. Uh, but what's interesting is season two was a lot better than season one because it was like following the elements of the games from Sonic Adventure One, where Super Sonic fought Chaos, and then they did a full-on story with Sonic Adventure Two. There were some parts that were altered, but they were still able to include death without like talking about it. But instead of saying she died, they're like Maria is gone, which basically the same thing. But I mean, you know. And then like how Shadow was so emotional, like, don't talk to me about fair. When the gun soldiers took her away from me, Maria was my only friend. I never saw her again. And like, wow, I combine I combine chameleon and voice. Thoughts on Sonic X Shadow Generations? Well, this will be a shocker to you guys, but I have not been able to purchase my copy of the game yet. Unfortunately, I don't have enough in the budget to get it. Games these days are ridiculously expensive, and maybe if they like dropped it down to maybe like $29.99, then I'd be able to get it. But you know, since it's still relatively new, it's like 49 plus tax is like an additional $50. So I'm like, yeah, I'm gonna have to wait till the price drops. However, I am currently playing Tales of Arise, and it's a really fun game. It's one of those RPG action kind of stories. The last Sonic game I did pick up after Frontiers was Sonic Superstars. It's a lot of fun. Highly recommend it. Ooh, speaking of useless, hateful humans in the Sonic franchise, who would you rather have to deal with, Chris or Elise? Ooh, a double whammy. Okay, Chris or Elise. Both universally hated by the entire Sonic fandom, but with their own. Okay, who do I hate more? Wow. Well, I'd say I hate both of them equally, but if I had to go, boy, playing devil's advocate here, I would have to say I dislike Elise more. Like, she literally shook the whole fandom, and like, you know, she stole Amy's moment. Amy was the one supposed to kiss Sonic to wake him up, but Elise did it. And what was weirding me out was the fact that Sonic was dead, so she made out with a corpse. And yeah, I'm just trying to write my own sequel to Chris's story based it on IDW. Like, Chris himself is already an adult, a normal guy, and he's going on a long expedition to a world called Mobius. Ah, okay. That actually sounds interesting. You know, there was one where Chris was an adult in Sonic X in the actual episode, and then he wanted to go see Sonic because he missed him, and it's been like decades or years. He's like in his 20s. So he goes to Sonic's world, and then he's a kid again. And the reason for that is, well, Sonic and the others don't really age because, you know, they're animalmorphic animals and whatnot. In the movie version, of course, they do. Sonic does age. You know, he starts off as 15, then he's 16 in the second one. Now he's 17 in the third one, so he'll be 18 in the fourth one. So you know, the movie version is way different from the other ones. Human X, Human X Sonic is interesting. Uh, I guess. I mean, you know, if that's your thing, that's totally fine. So you know. And let's see. Oh, well, okay. No, 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 says Alloy. Whoa, that's a lot of no's. Okay, okay. All right. Shit. Dang it. I think I just had a brain fart, you guys. You know, like when you're wait. seriously, Elise Soliana is like 40% of the reason Sonic 06 was so hated, and I'd argue 25% of the reason why Sonic X voice actor got recast. Hmm. You might have a point there, but I believe there is something you left out. You see, they did use the Sonic X actors to voice the characters in Sonic 06. You see, Sonic 06 was originally supposed to be like a fresh start, a new take on Sonic and all the other characters, which is why instead of Eggman being fat, he's like a very, very thin guy. And it was very Final Fantasy esque as far as the character models go. Like, okay, when you get past the glitches and everything, the gameplay is solid. Like, the gameplay is pretty awesome. The story is kind of convoluted, but there are some story elements that kind of outshine like the main story. Uh, it didn't go well. Dead. Ah, oh, damn! Is my Wi-Fi glitching that much, you guys? Okay, well, maybe I should end the stream, huh? Wow, I basically just talked a good 36 minutes now, going on 40. All right, but final thoughts, final thoughts. I definitely enjoyed Sonic Frontiers. I love that game to death. It was definitely a different element to Sonic. Like you get to explore the world, you get to play these levels, you get to fight big boss monsters, and you get to go supersonic with some kick-ass rock music. Oh my god, that was fun. Now, not a lot of people may like it. It kind of split the fan base 50-50. Um, do a Sonic scream before the scream ends. Okay, hold on. Sonic scream. Okay, that sounded a little bit like Goku, but I mean, my scream is my own. So even if I did a Sonic, okay, having like a Final Fantasy style characters interact with Sonic characters is fine, but romance, that would be like Daisy Duck had a romantic relationship with Sora in Kingdom Hearts. Oh God, I don't even want to picture that. No way. But yeah, I agree. That is all types of red flags right there, my friend. But yeah, let's see. How do I end the stream? Okay. Maybe I should end it like as Shadow. Okay, sure. So, I thank you all for joining the stream. But now, it is time for us to rest until the next time. So, this is Shadow taking over Majin Dracono's stream. And this is me signing out. Chaos Control!